Who goes ATM to see that out? We go and get it out. I said, Lord, you got it out. And you know what's nice about him? He was all right there. He got to jump you one more time. He went back. No, I'm a Christian woman. I love him all the way to death. But Lord, I went there one time.
On your phone.
Oh, you gonna you gonna get me out now. Hey, my dad never talked like this to me. I said, what you say? Oh, you gonna get me out for nothing. His wife just crying, y'all forgive me, but his wife just crying. What we gonna do? The police knows. Said, you should talk to your sister like that. Even if she's gonna get me, no, she's not gonna get me out. When did he listen? I got up, I stood, looked at the police. I said, I tell you one thing. I ain't getting him nowhere. Let him stay and he just riding. Then I back and I said, oh, wait just a minute. He started talking to him. Well, you gonna do it? I said, I don't care what I'm for. I ain't getting you out for nothing. And God knows it broke my heart. You hear me? I wasn't sure when it broke my heart. But when the trial day comes, he thought we'd get my hand. The judge said, what you gonna do with him? I said, he said there 29 days. I said, you gonna like some sense, he didn't never go back. You know, you keep getting your children out of trouble, tell them. You gotta come to a point that I'm just not gonna do this stuff. When we put our foot down, you'll learn something. All right?
The next verse.
What verse you on? What verse you on?
7.
And it came to pass when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord because of the Midianites.
And then just go back to what his brother was saying. They were so used to getting out of, being able to get out of trouble. Now, if she let him sit, now he understood, well, I ain't got nobody to come get me now. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right. So they go back to the first thing that they always do. That was God that was taking them out of all those situations. The pain got too much for them. The trouble of the midnight would put them in so much pain. They were like, Lord, let me call back out to the Lord. The main God. Not the people who's out there partying and worshiping to, but the God that did us needs. That God. Verse 8.
That the Lord sent a prophet unto the children of Israel, which said unto them, thus said the Lord God of Israel, I brought you up from Egypt and brought you forth out of the house of bondage.
The Lord sent the prophet. And the way the prophet presented himself and spoke to them, the Israelites, it put them back in the mind of the same God who was there with them before. So he brought back the remembrance of the God that delivered them from everything and put them back in their hearts. Well, oh, he's still on our side. He's still coming through for us. So he sent the prophet. Good enough they come. Give them back together.
And you notice that when it said that prophet, they didn't give a prophet name. All the other times, God sent a prophet, bail them out. And they got to my read about that, and he even sent a woman. They call her Deborah, some of them said Deborah, one of the judges. He sent her to do that. And what did they do? They did the same thing. So every time a jury would pass, what would they do? Go back and do the same thing they were doing before. Every jury that he sent them. And now we get to the time that I'm not sending another jury to bail you out. These are the things I'll let you know what you've done. You already done it. And you have to keep getting bailed out, like she said, like you just said. Every time you get in trouble, God will bail you out. Let's think about us and how we do our church. Every time someone gets in some kind of trouble, what do we do? Oh, I know that's my child, and I just got to do this as a parent. When do you have a stopping point and say, this is it? You need to pay for what you've done. God was telling them every time, because God was so merciful, that I'm going to bail you out. But here's the point right here. I'm going to let you see what happened. And what happened? He let them get in captivity for 7 years. He let them stay in captivity. And during those 7 years, it wasn't just 7 years of pleasure. They had 7 years of pain, hiding, scared, and God was still there because what they done, they disobeyed God. What are we doing today? We disobeyed God. If you go back, I always say, go back to that Bible. What is an example? You know, before that, everything was going good. We all had money. The rich was getting richer. The poor probably still getting poor, but they was happy about that. And all of a sudden, you turn away from who? You turn away from God. So what did God do? I got a plan. And what was the plan? He sent this virus to us. And look at the people dead. Over 1 million folks died. God have a plan. God will show you when you get to the point that you think that you don't need him. He'll let you know you need me. I'm going to let you do this here, but then I'm going to show you why to serve me. And they don't believe it. Combination.
Verse 9.
And I delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out of the hand of all that oppressed you, and drave them out from before you, and gave you their land.
So this the prophets here talking to them. The prophets ran out the fast. Even after they were brought out of Egypt, they were still being pursued. But the Lord made a passage through the sea for them to get through and destroy Pharaoh and his army. But even after that, the people that they were moving through, after they didn't want to come through their land. They were opposed enough to come through their own land. So God delivered them from those people that didn't even want to come through and gave them their land. So the prophet still ran out the fast for them to know I've done it before. And I'm not scared of do it for you.
Oh, we help me bless it, so. Yeah, good. And not only that, I had somebody else to help us too here. She read back there. We got a third person here to help us out here. Are you ready, sister? You know what I'm talking about. Look behind that. Khalid, she's still been somebody with background to help us out too. You got anything to say about this, sister? Okay, she said, she don't have anything to say, but she's ready. But in what we were saying, what you just said there, he delivered them through all that they went through. He knew how going to get to that promised land. It wasn't just a walk through to get there. You had to do something to get there, and who was there with them? God was right there with them. I protect you. What he said. During the daytime, what did he provide for them to go through? He provided what? The clouds in the daytime, and in the nighttime, what did he provide? He provided fire for them. They going through. If you remember, this was a 11-day journey. 11 days. And how many days did that thing turn out to? Somebody said 40 years. What was the purpose of the 40 years? Disobedience to God. Disobedience. You know, he told the scouts to go out and come back and told them, make a report to them. What did they say? He said, last week about them old giants. We can't do it. And he said, okay, since you can't do that, you don't listen to what I'm saying. You got 40 years going around in circles. Can you imagine 40 years going round and round in circles? To God say, that's enough. And when he did that, who did he send? Moses delivered him. Who did that? God did that right here. He said, I protect you through all that you went through. And here you are now. Don't want to serve me. But I got something for you. What did he got? 7 years of captivity. Did he put him in that 7 years? And look what they went through for 7 years. We held this thing. Go ahead, teacher.